Yes, good morning. Today is expected to be the busiest day for travel on the road as people get on the road and head away for their Easter break. So whether that's getting on the road to head to the airport, coming to the train station to head somewhere else, or perhaps going to a destination elsewhere in the UK, it's going to be particularly busy. Now, things here at Cardiff Central are quite quiet at the moment, but that could change as the day goes on because, of course, travel is so much easier this year because the majority of restrictions have been scrapped here in the UK. Now, rail passengers here in Wales have been advised to plan ahead due to engineering works in the north and south of the country. But elsewhere in the UK, there are amended timetables for cross-country, Greater Anglia and Trans-Pennine Express services, reduced services on London North Western Railway, bus replacements for the West Midlands Railway, and disruption between Barking and Upminster on trains operated by C2C. So people are being warned to check those train times, check those services if they're planning on, travelling by rail today, as there could well be changes and you want to avoid disappointment.
What about the? Oh, sorry, Anne.
No, sorry, I thought you were still suffering.
No, I'm gonna have a go. I'm gonna be a brave soldier and have a go. Lily, what's happening with the airports? Because there's been so many cancelled flights.
Yeah, that's right. Here in Wales, Cardiff Airport in particular is expecting to handle around 20,000 passengers today, which is expected to go fairly smoothly. But elsewhere across the UK, of course, Manchester Airport has warned that passengers should expect queues of up to 90 minutes long due to staff shortages because of COVID, and of course passenger numbers returning to those pre-pandemic levels. Now, we've seen the chaos unfold at the airport this week, and that's expected to continue into the Easter holidays. The CEO of Manchester Airport has advised people to arrive 3 hours before their flight to avoid missing it and avoid any kind of disappointment. Heathrow, Gatwick and Birmingham airports have also been hit by delays and cancellations too. Now, Labour has accused the UK government of being missing in action over the situation, and the Transport Secretary Grant Shapps has warned the aviation sector to be careful about cutting any jobs as airlines and airports struggle to cope with these staff shortages because of COVID-related illnesses.
OK, so that's trains and planes. What about ferry services too? Because I gather they are also affected.
Yeah, that's right. P&O ferries have suspended their services between Dover and Calais over this weekend. Now, the company announced earlier this week that normal services could resume this weekend after, of course, they fired those 800 members of staff earlier in March, which stopped their services from running. But yesterday, P&O announced on Twitter that customers should book with another operator for travel over the weekend before arriving at the port because their services won't even be running. And of course, this will exacerbate that traffic on the M20, which has been in place for around the last 9 days now, with lorries trying to get to the port of Dover. But even P&O's rival, DFDS, has warned of 2-hour delays for their services as well as a result. So people are being told to arrive early and book with another operator if they are travelling between Dover and Calais on the ferry to avoid any kind of disappointment as well.
And finally, what about the other roads? You talk about the roads that are feeding the ferries, but just roads generally, I think, in the UK are going to be chock-a-block, aren't they?
Yes, that's right, and it's going to be particularly busy today. Today is the day of the entire Easter break where it's going to be very, very busy. Around 5 million motorists are going to be heading in the car, getting to their destination, wherever that may be in the UK or abroad. And next weekend in particular, nearly 30 million people are expected to hit the road over that bank holiday weekend, according to the AA. So traffic is going to be very, very busy. So, you're going to be expected to be waiting and queuing for, considerable amount of time. Here in Wales, the M4 westbound between junction 23 and 26 in that Bridgend area is meant to be particularly busy this weekend. It's going to be the busiest part of the roads here in Wales over this weekend at around midday because of people travelling for the Easter break.